That is really zoomed in. That'll do. Hello and welcome back to the finnmcgwyre YouTube channel, or if it is not welcome back, then hello, welcome to the finnmcgwyre YouTube channel. Please remember to subscribe. The button's right down there. You know, make all of this kind of fun content. So, you know, if that's what you like, click that subscribe button. And as you may have noticed, I'm wearing a flat cap today. But you'll find that out for reasons within the video. You've got to keep watching to find out that exciting stuff. But before we get into it, you need to remember to go over to TikTok and check out the finnmcgwyre TikTok page, because it's just where all the good content is going to be. And if you're not following, then you're making a very big mistake. So I think you need to go do that right now. Otherwise, I will be upset. So please do it. Even if you don't have an account, do it anyway, just to make me happy. So as you will know, I was invited to watch the first ever relaxed performance of Newsies the musical in Wembley, and if you didn't know, then I uploaded a video a few days ago. I'll link to that on the screen, that side, I'm going to say, but I'm probably wrong, and in the description below as well. So yeah, I was invited by Newsies the musical to go and watch the first ever relaxed performance, and I had a good old time. Thank you so much, Newsies. And then afterwards as well, I was given the opportunity to interview some of the cast of Newsies: Matthew, Michael and Ross. All absolutely lovely people, and I just had a little chat to them about the relaxed performance and about Newsies in general. So enjoy that in just a minute. I do want to say though, there was a few audio issues, and it makes me very sad to say so. But when I say I've had multiple people working on this video to try and make the audio better, I mean it, and it's as good as it can be. I've put subtitles in to help you understand what's being said. So I hope it's all good. If not, that's fine. I understand. I will do better next time for everyone. So yeah, once again, thank you so much to Newsies for giving me this opportunity, and I hope everyone enjoys the interview. Okay, so I'm here at the Troubadour Theatre in Wembley with some of the cast of Newsies the musical. So first of all, guys, thank you for coming on today. It's much appreciated. If you could just start off by introducing a bit about yourselves, if that's okay, and your characters. Yep,
so my name's Ross. I play Snyder on the show, who's in charge of the refuge who's trying to catch Jack. Yeah. And I'm also resident director on the show, so I look after the acting in the show.
I'm Michael. I play Jack Kelly in the show. So yeah, he's one of the newsboys who sort of initiates the strike, and he's got all these dreams, and he meets people along the way that get in the way or add to it. And yeah, it's a bit of a journey for him. So.
I'm Matthew. I play 𝗺𝘀𝘁, who is another one of the newsboys. I think he likes to think of himself as Jack's right-hand man. That's a hierarchy that gets challenged through the piece, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. He gets the wrong side of Snyder at times.
Everyone.
He's forever looking over his shoulder for that.
Perfect, thank you. So, Michael, can you just describe to me a bit about what the show's about?
Well, at its core, it's a real historic event, the 1899 Newsboys strike, where they were increasing their prices, but not for the people buying the papers, i.e. the people around on the streets just buying it, citizens, but for the young children who were selling the papers, because the sales were down from the war. So it's just a story of the response to that, essentially. And then you've got, they've got around it, a real humanised, who these real people having this happen to them. So yeah, it's basically about that. And you come in and you meet people. And I think it does a really good job of humanising why people strike, because you meet a bunch of people who understand what they want, what they need, what drives them to do things.
So Matthew, you play 𝗺𝘁𝘁, who is a character with a disability.
Yeah.
Why do you feel it's important to have that kind of representation within theatre?
Disability politics is something I'm quite new to, and I don't want to stand here and pretend to be the be-all and end-all on the subject. But I do think it's important for people with lived experience to be able to bring that level of truth to a role. It's the same as anything, really. We've come a long way in the decades, more recent decades of performance. You wouldn't find Laurence Olivier or Patrick Stewart playing Othello anymore, one would hope. And in that same vein, cripping up is becoming less and less popular in performance. And I think it's crucial for people to be able to see themselves in these worlds, as much as anything, as well as for people like myself to get the chance to play these roles, it's important for people in the audience to see themselves reflected in a wider world. It brings more truth to the mosaic of life, really.
Yeah, great. So, Ross, you and Matthew did a little introduction before the relaxed performance came onto the stage. Do you mind, for the people that didn't see the relaxed performance, just discussing a little bit about what's about?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I mean, on the back of what Matt's saying, it's really important that theatre is always inclusive, and it's always important that everyone has access to the theatre. So what we did on the day was try to explain to the audience some of the things that they may not expect, because we're an immersive show as well, letting them know where people will be running through the audience, so that doesn't come as a shock. And basically, prepping them for the show so they can experience it in the same way that anyone would. And also, I think it's important for people to realise that we're actors playing roles. And one of the things we did say on the day was that my character, is not very nice to 𝗯𝗀𝘂𝘁𝘁, and there's a fight in the show, and that's not realistic. But also, in real life, we're good friends. So it was about putting everyone at ease just before the show, letting them know that there was a quiet space out here for people, letting them know where to go, who to see, should they need to. But actually, those days are always really wonderful, because you're just allowing, you could see it on everyone, you could see it on the parents, on the grandparents, on siblings, just everyone was like, we're just able to come to the theatre and enjoy the day in the same way that anyone else would. So really that was the purpose of the speech, pre-show.
You covered it a little bit there. This question goes out to any of you, really. So how do you believe the relaxed performance went, and what do you think the audience reception was like for that?
I think it went great. They loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time. To be honest, it was a great time for us as well. It was different. It was, we made our adaptations for it as well. And I think, if anything, it's we do this to allow people in to see things, and to have some kind of perspective shift, or to learn things from it, or to have fun, or whatever it is. So to feel like that this theatre is a space for everyone to be able to do that is always going to feel, just as as a person, as an actor, it's going to feel good, because you're like, right, this is working for everyone, and people were having a great time. One of our classmates, Ryan, his tiny little niece was there, and she was having a great time. And she tuned in when she wanted to, and there were moments where she was looking at her
checked
foot.
out.
And that's, it's the way that she wants to enjoy what we're doing. So that was fun.
I mean, you've both said it. We got some really nice feedback, some really positive feedback from the people who came to see it. But to say more about what it was like on stage for that performance, there was a real sense of camaraderie, of community to the piece, because a small part of the changes we made to the performance, we had the house lights a little brighter than we usually would, which meant we were far more aware of the people that were sharing the space with us, and we could bring them into the story in places that perhaps we hadn't considered their presence before, and I have a moment at the beginning of the second act where I really share with the house, and it was really informative for me to be able to see these people and really bring them on my journey.
Oh, perfect, thank you. So coming back to you again, Ross. Of course, you're on the creative team as well, making this all happen. What was the preparation for this like?
There was a good amount of discussion in making sure that we covered every base. So we talked to the stage management team, we talked to the choreographic team, the directorial team. There was actually a 2-hour demonstration for us, which was really, really important on the week before to tell us what the audience need, and things that we can put in place to how we interact with people, should we bump into people. So the overriding thing actually was that we didn't want to change the show too much. We wanted to give the audience the same experience that everyone else did. So actually, when we started, we were kind of like, maybe we should change this, maybe we should change that. By the end of it, we changed very little of the show. It was really just about an education for us in what to expect and how we need to deliver our performance to the audience. So actually, it was as close to an actual show as you can get.
Yeah, that's so good to hear. So is there anything else that any of you want to add about the relaxed performance itself?
I mean, it's just to say that it's great. It's important to recognise that theatre is not exclusive to anything in any way, and so I think it's important to keep on doing things like this. And so it's a step in a really great direction.
So for those people that haven't watched Newsies yet, how can they come and watch it?
Book a ticket, yeah. Book a ticket. We've got an official website. There's Today Ticks as well. We perform Wednesday to Sunday. Sometimes we have occasional extra matinees, so keep an eye on the schedule. Come watch us.
Come watch. It's a great show. It's a fun experience. We all love it. Everyone involved with the show enjoys telling the stories. So we just encourage people to come and visit and let us share that story with them.
Yeah,
because it's a wonderful story.
And I've not known a theatre piece occupy a space in quite such a dramatic way as we've been allowed to do with this. It's a real all-encompassing experience. So there's nothing to say other than come along and share it with us, because no words can explain it.
No, it truly is an incredible production, and it seems quite fun to be a Newsie as well. So I actually brought something along with me today.
Oh yes.
And I just wanted to know if I could, if do you think I could?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
100%. You just need a Newsie nickname, that's all you need.
A Newsie name, what do you think it'd be? Can you think of anything?
Scratch.
Don't know why. I'll take it.
Scratch.
Oh, I like it.
I feel official now.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Perfect, thank you. Okay guys, thank you for watching it once again. Thanks to you guys for coming on.
Our pleasure, thanks for having us.
Real treat. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, remember to subscribe, like, turn notifications on, follow the Finn McGwyre TikTok page. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.